capital O underscore little o.
Yeah, I think so.
Awesome. Let's hope we're not all defaced that way inside. The office was unexpectedly bright and cheery, but nothing brought his mood up. Unshaven, tired, and more than a little depressed, Chris sat down and looked across the desk to a man he'd never even met before. He looked like a clerk. He's a file clerk. Bitch, you're in the wrong office. He possibly was a clerk. He only gave his last name. Sarton. 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 That just sounds wrong. Something about that was vaguely...
For Sarton.
Was vaguely familiar. But Chris was too tired to think.
So you've been staring at a wall long enough to not sleep long enough so that you're tired? Dude, take a fucking nap.
Mr. Redfield, thank you for coming. Is this going to take long? There was a fraction of a jerk on the man's fingers, a faint smile. It might not. It depends on how you're going to work with...
a fraction of a jerk on the man's fingers. He should probably, wash his hands.
To work with myself and the team. He held up a hand before Chris could speak. I apologize for the way you've been treated, but understand there is a reason behind everything.
Okay, explain.
The BSAA are worried about cross-infection.
What?
Shiva Alomar, I don't care.
It's Alomar.
It really should be Alomar. Welcome to English.
Go yourself with your...
Okay, Alomar has checked out nice and clean, but considering your and your partner's past history with the problem at hand, we are naturally concerned. That is why you have been put on the bench.
Okay, you put them on the bench because you think they're infected, but Sheva got, molested by a bunch of Ouroboros infected pseudo-zombies.
My question is, wouldn't they become a zombie within, a fraction of a day? I mean, literally,
exactly.
They should be showing symptoms. These people are morons.
The BSAA is dumber than we thought.
Umbrella's gonna kill them all. This isn't even going into the nasty business of visas and people coming back from the dead.
Okay, well, if you have a problem with visa, I suggest that you contact your credit company. And as for the people coming back from the dead, it's a fucking zombie apocalypse, bitch!
And this is after the event. Okay. Get to the point.
Thank you, Chris.
Chris managed. I have someone to get back to.
Your wall?
No, his left hand. Sarton sat back, his motions quick, bird-like. At the moment, there's nothing we can do about Miss Valentine's predicament. She is getting the medical care we can afford, but it's difficult considering what's happened. But make no mistake, she's in good hands.
Dude, you had a jerk on your hand. I don't think she's in any good hands.
What we need right now is from you.
You need what from him?
Chris frowned. I mean, one of our benefactors has expressed interest in the remains. Gion's labs, in particular. It seems that her dalliance with Wesker may have uncovered some of Umbrella's better-kept secrets.
Oh, you mean like the TT virus?
No, T-cubed.
Ah.
The other man closed his eyes, stifling a chuckle. Of course.
Oh yeah, of course you'd feel good about that, wouldn't you, you creep?
Damn him for inheriting his mother's intuition. That should have been Claire's issue. I got the hormones, my sister got absolutely nothing. There's nothing inside her head. Oh my god, my sister's a zombie person. Sorry.
This mess with Tricell wasn't over.
It was never over. insofar as Umbrella was concerned. Go on. At the moment, Josh and Sheva are investigating one of the areas. But let's face it, Chris, you are the go-to guy when it comes to Albert Wesker. He flushed, and Sarton's grin was fleeting, but
Dude,
accusing.
really? You shouldn't talk to a guy when he's in the restroom.
What the fuck? I'm
He
confused.
flushed.
Oh. That means his face got red.
Oh.
I don't understand how that fits in at all, but anyway, if anyone knows where he's going to hide something away, it'd be you. Y-O-U, you fat bastard. I mean, he stood up in disgust, but it was hard. His body was sluggish, cold. Shock, he realized. All over again. No. I had a feeling you'd say that, but let me sweeten the deal for you.
No, don't you dare.
The benefactor has their hands on some pretty important stuff.
Well, they should take their hands out of Chris's pants. This is bad.
Stuff that can help your friends.
Once again, keep your hand away from his gun.
You want to see your sister again?
Duh.
This might be the fastest way of doing it.
Pun.
Chris shut his eyes, the fight playing over in his mind again and again. The heat of the lava, the fumes. I can't. Then do it for Jill. Sarton leaned forward, eager. For Claire.
Don't say her name, you creep.
For a moment, he couldn't believe what he'd just heard. Chris studied the other man intently, feeling the blade of reason cut cleanly through his unhappiness and let him feel...
As he wrote on his notepad about how much of a douche the guy across from him was.
alive. For the first time in what felt like an eternity of arguments, sleepless nights, and too many beers. The best he's gonna drink is beer. No, he needs hard alcohol. Whiskey, bourbon, something. Bam! Manly. He sagged, defeated but wary. All right. Sarton nodded, relaxing back into his chair. I suspect it will be Miss Alomar who will meet you back at the motel. I have given your frequency to the relevant people. Wait for Miss Alomar to make contact and go from there. He waved down Chris's motion of concern. I'll send a medical team over to keep an eye on Miss Valentine. Just focus on the task at hand, please. But what is it? What are we looking for?
He's not nice enough to say please. Don't add in things to make him sound less creepy. He's already creepy enough. If you make him sound less creepy, he's gonna freak out the audience.
Please. What are we looking for? If this is going to be another tyrant or some kind of mutated monster, thereafter Ouroboros. Sarton stood up. When he smiled, he looks predatory, far from the spindly, long-necked clerk he'd been once Chris had walked into the room. Christopher Redfield, all you're looking for is one little box. That's all I know. And I think, considering the circumstances, that's all you need to know as well.
Well, I think, considering the circumstances, that you need to take something and shove it directly up your suppository hole.
Man, that guy was scaly.
Scaly and a whole bunch of other S words.
Shit-faced? Stupid. Salamandery. Slippery. Sly. I'm not going to say the next one that came to my mind, so I will continue.
Yeah.
3 blocks away, the sunlight glinted off a camera lens that clicked and whirred as the high-speed shutter flickered, catching Chris's progress through the squat. Nondescript BSAA headquarters lost for a moment as he entered one of the access hallways. The young man watching him waited patiently until he reappeared on the street level, noticeably worried in that tiny view screen.
Hi,
Another succession of whirs and clicks. The car driving up